Welcome to Sports Idiot Nation. Today is Friday, January 16th, and we need to go over, as Jeff Michael, Sports with Balls, made us a nice little list here. So we got to get into that, talking all things NFL. I'll also give you some zany stats so that you don't sound like an idiot when you come talk football playoffs. And there's something brewing in college basketball. Seems a little sketch. Find out what it is here soon. Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. By idiots, for idiots.
On Sports Idiot Nation.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Welcome back, sinners. This is Season 2 of Sports Idiot Nation.
Welcome into another edition of the Adam and Sports with Balls show. I'm your host, Adam.
Yeah, I love it. Love it.
I love when it's just me and you. We can get down to the nitty gritty. And reminder, new episodes of Sports Idiot Nation come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Follow us on social medias, as well as reminder, follow Sports with Balls. Definitely some good breaking news, some good memes, some fun to be had. So thank you always, Jeff, for hanging out. Now, you told me before the show, I'm kind of excited. I want to dive in here. You got a list now. Let's get it rolling. What do you got?
I do. So I went ahead and ranked. Okay, so we all heard the news. Harbaugh to the Giants, 5 years,
Yep.
$100 million, which was expected.
$20 million a year, I think is what. Yeah.
Yeah, good landing spot for Harbaugh. We can get into that later if you want to. He was immediately going back to coaching. If you looked at like Tomlin, there is no talk about Tomlin going right back to coaching. It's all, let's do a television for a year or two, see how things shake out. Now,
Take Matt Ryan's spot. Take Matt Ryan's spot and sit next to Cowher on CBS.
Oh wow, yeah. And I did think about this too. What if the Bills lose on Saturday and that position opens up?
Oh, man.
Whoa,
That could be
how do
scary,
you
dude.
turn
Tomlin
that
could be
down?
scary with the quarterback, dude. With
Yeah.
Tomlin with a quarterback, and then he fixes the defense because the
Yeah,
defense is trash.
yeah, they're terrible. So they're still like, is this the end of the coaching carousel? Like, is everybody on the ride and it's just spinning, or is somebody else jumping on? I don't know.
Dude,
There's eight teams left, right? So I have ranked them for you by order of you want to start worst to first, or you want to go first to
yes.
worst?
No. Let's go worst to first.
Okay, my worst spot is the damn Cardinals, and you and I were just talking about this.
Dude, this helmet right here. What in the Sala is going on? Like, come on, dude. First of all, you're not going to the NFC West. You're really gonna do that to Kyle Shanahan after everything he's done for you? You're gonna go coach against him twice a year? Like, and then the team is just like, you might as well go to the Jets. He already did that.
That's good right there. I mean, and the reason they're last is not only everything you just mentioned, but also Kyler Murray, man. He's not invested over there. Trying to get him on
He's
the
out.
same page as you, I think he's out. And so you're really starting over with no offense, no defense, not even a kicker. Like, I mean, it's like they are, they are playing uh, they are playing a game that not everybody else is in. I think the Cardinals have a long, long way to go. Now, I haven't dipped far enough into their draft stock to see what they can do this year or maybe even next year. Obviously, they're losing quite a bit, so I haven't looked at the rankings on the draft. But man, dude, Jonathan Gannon was 15-36, man. Holy crap!
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what you do over there. All right, that's my number 8. Going down to number 7, the Pittsburgh Steelers. I know that seems down there, but dude, I think they are in sell mode. I'm even TJ Watt.
Yeah.
I don't, if I'm TJ Watt, I leave too, right? I think they made it very clear that Aaron Rodgers isn't coming back. So now you have no quarterback. And if TJ Watt leaves, you have the leader of your defense gone. They don't like the word rebuild, but I don't give a shit. It is a rebuild. I think the Steelers have to start from the ground up, and that's why they're number 7. What do you think?
So you are my fellow Dan Patrick guy, and so yeah, they said go ahead and grab anything on the shelf you want,
Yeah.
whether it's TJ Watt, whether it's whatever, and yeah, they don't like to say rebuild. That he said retool, but no,
Yeah.
he's being nice. I don't have to be nice.
Yeah.
I don't have sponsors, so I don't have to be nice. I could just say ruffle the feathers and say no, like to just get to the playoffs at that level, like the way they have, and then to get outscored. Do you know this stat, Jeff? 37-22 is the average score of a playoff game for the Pittsburgh Steelers over the last decade when they get in.
Oof.
That's the average
Oof.
score. That
Brutal.
so you
And
can't
they
like.
got smoked, man. And hats off to the Texans
Hey, I
for
tried to
putting
tell you
together
guys. I tried to tell you in TI. I tried to tell you because you
they
guys hate the
got
Texans.
smoked. I mean,
I'll take my
dude.
victory.
And if how about this? I'm not sure if this is Aaron Rodgers' last year. He's 43 years old. There's a spot in Minnesota that could open up, which would be a great landing spot
That's
for
where
him.
he wanted to go
But
before. That's where he wanted to
yeah,
go, I think.
I don't know if he wants to end his career on a pick six. That's all I'm saying.
Here's
That's
what
all
I
I'm
said.
saying.
Here's what I said at the beginning of the year. He just wants the stats. He was like 93 yards away from whatever the passing up the next guy and making a nice even
Yeah.
number, whatever that was. And once he got that and threw a few more touchdowns, like he's got everything cemented. I don't know. I'm not going to necessarily. Let's break off here. Let's figure this out. Are you really in 5 years going to remember Aaron Rodgers from the pick six, or are you going to think of him throwing
No.
dimes to what's that white dude? What is the guy that he had with when Devontae Adams was a rookie? He had the white receiver who was
Wow, if you would have
insane.
said it,
Jordy Nelson.
Jordan Nelson. There
Okay,
you go.
remember
Yeah.
throwing dimes with Jordy Nelson tiptoeing the sidelines where literally Brock Purdy, Steve Young, Joe Montana, none of them could make those throws.
What was that? What was that
Aaron
catch
Rodgers
versus
was making.
Detroit? With that Green Bay Detroit game when he threw it falling out of bounds, and I forgot who made that catch was going out of bounds.
Dude.
I mean, just
Greg Jennings
ridiculous.
maybe or someone, I don't know, whoever it was.
Yeah.
He made every
Just
receiver really
unbelievable.
better than what they were. Greg Jennings went to Minnesota and was like a shell of who he was. He was like just nothing, Aaron Rodgers with Green Bay for 10 years straight was. Why don't you ask the Bears how they feel about Aaron Rodgers?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Ouch.
so I don't know if that really, he'll go in a cave and then forget about the pick six. I don't know if that really will bother him.
Do you think he's coming back?
That guy. No.
Do you think he's coming back next year?
No.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if he does, but I'm just telling you.
Just Minnesota.
Yeah.
I literally could see him if Minnesota's like just come back one more year. But then JJ McCarthy, right? I mean, what do they do there?
It's a mess.
Yeah, I don't even know. So I think Aaron hangs it up. To be honest with you, that was a beatdown. Look, hats off to the Texans, like I said, and we'll get into the Texans next game coming up later. But
yeah.
Good
right,
job on
next?
them. And
what's number 6?
Number 6, the Dolphins. Your Miami Dolphins. I say they're not the last, and they're somewhere in the middle because what's the deal with Tua? Who they might get a good head coach. We don't know yet. They're not terrible. They have some. They've got a running back. They've got some wide receivers. They've got a decent defense. So
yeah, they can
if
make
they
some
get
plays.
I don't know where
They're
they are.
soft.
And Tua's
overall they're soft.
Yeah.
They're in Miami. There's a beach. You got to have a Cower. You got to have Bill Cower go in there. You can't have Mike McDaniel. Quick offense and soft. That was never going to work. Like I just knew that that wasn't going to work. You got to have someone, if you're going to be in Miami, you got to have a Don Shula, or you got to have
Did you see the
someone who's a little hard nosed, you know?
Do you see those memes about when he started coaching in Miami and then now what he looks like now?
Yeah,
He's,
a drug
he's just
mogul. He looks like
sunglasses,
a drug
beard,
mogul.
just
Yeah.
oh yeah, curly
Just like
hair.
Pablo
Yeah.
Escobar. He went from a
Golly.
Best Buy shift manager
Yeah.
to Pablo
Right.
Escobar.
Wow. Yeah, they're number 6.
All
Number
right. I'm with
5
you.
is the Tennessee Titans at number 5. And the reason they're number 5 is because they do have a quarterback. They do have Cam Ward. And if they get a if they get a good head coach that puts in a good system, you can see in 2 years them being a decent team, right? So, and obviously if you have your quarterback, that is the key piece to any team. So that's why they're up at number 5. Do you have any hopefuls maybe for the Titans for a head coach?
So I heard that, like, I don't know if this was Ti being funny, but it was a screenshot of something, so he didn't make it up. But like Harbaugh was maybe gonna go at least interview, and then it didn't happen. I don't know if anyone looks at Tennessee that
Matt Nagy?
fondly.
Matt Nagy? Matt Nagy, the Chiefs offensive coordinator? I mean,
Yeah, I don't
Cam
know,
Ward.
man.
Just throwing names out
Maybe.
there.
Yeah, that's the one that will probably stick. Honestly, that's the
Yeah,
one that I think could make the most amount of sense. If I'm a Titans fan, I'm not completely in love with it, but
Stefanski.
yeah, now, okay, if you told me as a Titans fan that I would get a 2-time coach of the year and someone who made Cleveland sometimes not suck, then I would be I'd be interested in that because
Yeah,
he's shown he
I
can
think if
coach.
yeah, I think if you get Nagy or Stefanski in Tennessee, you're doing well. You take either one of those,
Yeah.
right? Now that was number what was that?
5?
5? Yep.
Yeah.
Going down to number 4, the Cleveland Browns. And I put them above the Titans because of their defense. Now
Yeah.
they have been up and down,
They
right?
don't have
If
a
I were them, I
quarterback,
don't know.
but they don't have a quarterback, dude.
They may.
See, there's the debate. I wanted to see what you were going to say. Because, look, I could be talked into that, too. I'm just talking smack.
Yeah.
Because they might.
Here's
They
the
might. You're
funny.
right.
Yeah, they may. Holy crap. That is, the candidates that are listed are it says Mike McDaniel May is a good fit for Cleveland. I don't know. I don't know if he immediately gets another job or not, a head coaching job at least. Todd Monken, Jim Schwartz, Tommy Reese.
Jim
Maybe.
Schwartz could make sense. I want Jim Schwartz to be the Niners defensive coordinator when Saleh leaves. That's what I want.
But and if you're Cleveland, because you do have the best defensive player of all time almost, I mean he's inching up there.
Yeah.
Do you get a defensive minded head coach, right? So and that's why I put them at number what is it, 5? Or 4, because
4.
they might have a QB and their defense can be absolutely unbelievable. They just need 1 or 2 more pieces, and Cleveland could turn it around quick.
They got a running
Right?
back. They got a really good
Yep.
running back. So
Yeah. So I'm all right with that. All right, moving on to number 3, the Raiders, and the Raiders are up at number 3 for the obvious reason they have the number 1 pick in the draft, and they are going to get Mendoza. And now, if you listen. Max Crosby, I'm not sure where they stand. Right,
he's
there was some
gone.
stuff that happened
He's gone.
at the end of the year.
Gone.
If they keep Max Crosby, that's why I have them at 3. Because if you get a quarterback and you have Max Crosby, you already have Genty as a running back. You've got some weapons, and
Brock
Mendoza,
Bowers.
yeah, Bowers. I mean, Mendoza and Bowers would be a freaking combo right there,
It'd be
dude.
fun.
I
It'd be fun
mean,
to watch.
that would be good to watch. So I got them at number 3. Who on here? Let's see where the Raiders. I'll just throw out some names for you real fast. Robert Saleh, where you were just talking about, maybe
Yeah.
head coach.
Yep. I'd be okay with that.
Clint Kubiak or Kevin Stefanski. Those are decent names out there. But again, if they lose Max Crosby, they're going. I mean, that's a rebuild. I'll drop them all the way down to like 7.
So
Let's see. Well, you know
yeah,
what? You would have to get an offensive minded. You need to put in a assist or an incredible offensive coordinator. You can get a head coach, right?
yeah.
Regardless, but you need somebody that can build a quarterback, especially if you're going to grab. I mean, obviously grab Mendoza.
The only way someone like Minter works, like defensive coordinator, is if you get like a Mike McDaniel on the offensive
Yes.
side.
Ooh,
So
see now
something
that
like
would be a
that,
fit.
that's a nice little
Yeah,
package, right? See, you
that
like
is a
that?
great deal. Yeah, imagine that. Yeah. See, there we go. That's why we're on
I'm
this show, man.
right. We're
You know,
just
they need
people
they
just
need to
solving world
listen
hunger.
to us.
I know.
What the hell are
Yeah,
they
when
thinking?
if you'd say, yeah, the two designations from sports with balls and Sports Idiot Nation, yes, we'd
That's
like
where you need
to,
your
yeah,
info.
that's like the best. Yeah,
Have y'all listened to those dudes? They know what
yeah,
they're talking about.
yeah. No, but that would be a good combo, and the
Oh
Raiders,
yeah.
yeah, the Raiders are a good job in general because to me, you can be bad and not like 3-14 bad, but you could have like 6 wins or so, and they're not expecting you to be, this isn't like the Packers, the 49ers, the
Yeah, where you
Ravens,
have a year and a
the
half
teams
to turn
that
it
are
around.
always good. Yeah, they'll let you for a while, I would think. I mean, I don't know if they're just going to keep blowing these head coaches and keep paying them. You can't
Oof, yeah.
sustain that. One of these guys has to stick and let them actually build it. I mean, the Pete Carroll
Yep.
thing, that was a different situation because it fell on its face so hard that now at this point, you can only go up. And I think a coach that goes there will be able to stay. Can you imagine the Raiders with like a coach like Gruden? Boy, wouldn't that be something? Oh, I guess that already happened. My bad.
They're gonna sue the NFL. It just
Yeah,
seems like bad stuff follows them. And look, I was all in on the Pete Carroll, Geno Smith. Just I think everybody else
thought it would have
was,
been
right. I
decent.
mean,
Yeah,
it worked
I was.
before.
Yep.
We're thinking 8, 9 wins at minimum, right?
Yeah.
And it just crashed and burned, like it really did. And then if they end up running off Max Crosby too, ooh,
And
that's
they already
brutal.
have. I
So
really think he's pretty upset with them. So, and I would
we're
be
gonna
too.
find out.
Yeah.
They're my number 3 job on the list. Number 2 job is the Atlanta
Atlanta
freaking
Falcons.
Falcons.
Yep, I was
The
waiting for that one because
talent,
that one's
woo,
fun. Yeah, that just on
yeah,
sheer
man.
talent. I mean, and you look at the the bigger sell is actually to me not the talent, but the division that you're in. Knowing that you can have a
Yes.
losing record and
Yeah.
and actually take the division. I mean, the Falcons have the same record as the team that won the division, just the way the math wasn't mathing for them. But I'm pretty sure they had the same. Didn't they have the same record? Weren't they also 8-9? But they just had too many
Yes.
losses
Yeah.
in division or
Yeah, to their
whatever it was for
interdivision. Yeah,
common
they were out
opponents or
3. Yeah, they were out 3 weeks before the end of the season. It ended up tied with the Buccaneers and uh, I forgot
Panthers.
they did. Yeah, and the Panthers. Yeah, and missed out. But dude, I mean, they've got Michael Penix Jr. Hopefully, he'll come back from that knee surgery. Um, Kirk Cousins will still be there just in case
Yeah,
it gets hurt again.
yeah,
Right? You've got the best running back in football. I mean, that
dude,
dude is
Dijon, man.
phenomenal. They've got a tight end. They've got wide receivers. So they got Drake London. I mean, dude, they are. Man, put Mike McDaniel's over there as an offensive coordinator if you think that he's got the skills. Like,
Yeah, and you got Ulbrich.
man.
You got Ulbrich on the defense. That's a name we haven't mentioned. Jeff Ulbrich
Yeah.
could maybe coach an NFL team.
Yeah. All right. Obviously, Falcons. And then the number 1 job is, of course, the Baltimore Ravens, 2-time MVP quarterback. You got Derrick Henry. You've got the Baltimore Lure. Stepping into that position, you're stepping into almost a playoff team. You fix a couple
Right.
things and you're ready to go. I mean,
Yeah.
dare I say deep run playoff team.
Yeah.
I just that job and I don't know who goes here, but man, dude, if they make the right decision for this job, Baltimore will be relevant immediately. Like immediately. That's going to be wild. Kevin Stefanski it looks like if he goes from the Browns to the Ravens,
Yeah, that
just do it. We're in the business of content, so please do it.
right. As they did it with the quarterback in that division,
Yeah.
they just let Flacco go to damn near every team. And then the guy who had something to say about it was Mike Tomlin. I don't know why they're doing that in the division. Like, he was the one that had something to say that he didn't agree with it, and now he's out.
Yeah, that
So,
job, I mean, I think you or me could go in there and probably win 7 to 8 games.
oh man, just the defense gets healthy and they keep those guys, Hamilton and all them. It's the offense will work itself out. I think. I think Lamar was hurt. I think he'll be healthy, and he's getting more
Yeah.
mature by the minute. I think he'll be good next year. I'm waiting for the
They've
wheels
got
to
a
fall off with Derrick Henry, and it hasn't happened yet. I don't know when it does, so he's still good.
Yeah, they've got a 2 or 3 year window, I think.
Yeah.
Still, it now
Yep.
it's closing. Don't get me wrong; like they're at the tail end of it, but there's still a chance. They've got 2 or 3 years left in both Lamar and Derek to try to get something done. Now, draft another running back, a young, spunky running back there that could, be a good complement to Derrick Henry. And there you go. You got Mark Andrews, you got Isaiah Likely as tight ends, which are phenomenal. Get
Dude.
another wide receiver, and you're off and running.
Yeah. No question. That is such a good job. It's not even close. Here's what we need to mention. We went through what 8 through 1, but it's
Yep.
8 through 2, and then it's 1. Like way
Yeah.
like 97 miles away is the
Yeah,
number 1.
there's a
It's
big
not
difference
even
between 2 and 1.
yeah, it's is bigger than the gap between 2 and 8. It's like
Yeah, dude, the last 4 jobs, like if you're talking about like Cardinals, Steelers, uh Dolphins, Titans, I mean those are rough jobs right now.
yeah.
But
So
yeah, man.
it'll be fun to see. I mean, it always is. And also when the playoffs get rolling, that's what we're going to talk about here soon. Like the way those pan out, what coach is available, and is there any
Yeah.
new jobs even available in the next 2 weeks? I don't. I mean, we've seen stranger things have happened. Like we don't assume, but dude,
Yeah,
you
man,
don't know. You
like
don't know.
no, I'm looking at it right now. The only one would be the Bills. I mean, I don't think, look, 49ers are safe, Seahawks are safe, Broncos are safe, Texans are safe, Patriots are safe, Bears are safe. The Rams, I think they're safe too. I'd literally like the
Yeah, yeah.
only job out of those teams would be the Bills job, which would still be a shocker, but
Well, I
dude,
even mean not necessarily one of those teams. I'm saying, okay, the Saints are safe. There are certain teams. I'm saying the certain teams that had a chance, but something happens maybe the next 2 weeks. I mean, we've seen it happen before. We don't anticipate it, but what if it does? And then, Robert Saleh all of a sudden wants to go to like whatever, you know, it's just interesting. The NFL is literally 12 months a year, no matter how you slice it. It really is.
as soon as the playoffs are done, the Super Bowl passes, and all this, there'll be another coaching move or something like that, and then boom,
Yep.
draft, right?
I
And
was
then
just
you
gonna say, then
have,
we gotta talk about the draft. Then they release the schedule. Oh my gosh, well now we gotta talk about that because oh my gosh, the New York Giants are at Baltimore or right or something where it's like we
yeah,
gotta talk about it, right? So
yeah,
it'll be fun. All right, let's talk about
hell
live
yeah,
action football now. So let's break it down by order of appearance. So you have the Broncos and the Bills, and in some ways, I know Wild Card Weekend was phenomenal. The only two late games on Sunday night and Monday night were crap, and the rest were intense. Just you could not, if you had to go to the bathroom, not on Sunday night or Monday night, you kind of your liver's upset with you. You just held it because it was like, I mean, every snap was like it was like the baseball playoffs where every pitch matters. It was like that, dude, watching these NFL playoffs. But having said that, I feel like now the playoffs are really getting rolling when you have these number one seeds that have proven why they're the one seed. And it's like, all right, now we get to see the Broncos and Bills, and we really get to see, and I'm going to say the same thing. I don't have the Bills winning, but if they do, I won't be surprised at all because they have Josh Allen and you don't.
Yeah, to your point, remember the college football games that we were all like, "Holy shit, these games are amazing!" That Miami, like the NFL went, "Hold my beer" on
Yeah,
first round on the wild card weekend. Like,
bro.
like, dude,
Like, get out of
those
here. Yeah,
games were
yeah, yeah,
fantastic, and everybody just completely forgot about the NCAA as soon as
yeah,
the first NFL game hit. It was unbelievable. Um,
yeah.
Bills and Broncos, man, we've been waiting for this matchup for a minute. I am fired up about it. And the spread is Denver minus 1.5. It looks like the weather's going to be good. This is in Mile High. Dude, I can't even begin to tell you what I think is going to happen. I don't know. Like the Broncos are 8-1 at home. Now, that being said, every single team in the playoffs right now is has over a 500 record on the road. All of them.
Now,
So
here's a
like
stat.
the
Here's a stat. You said 8-1 at home, right? You know
yes,
who
sir.
they lost to? Jacksonville. Oh, what happened to Jacksonville?
Got knocked out by Bills.
By the team that's playing them. Like, dude, this season doesn't make any sense. The more that you try and make sense of it, why are the 49ers still playing? They're my favorite team, and I can't even figure it out. And have not missed a snap in 5 years. I've seen every snap of the 49ers in the last 5 years. I have not missed. And I can't tell you why they're still playing. We'll talk about them later. But you can't make sense of football
Bills.
this year. So,
I love it.
dude, it's a toss-up, dude. You know those videos where the dog bounces a ball and it goes in the basket of either this team or that team? I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm just going to throw a ball down the stairs and put
Down
two
and see
pieces
if
of
the dog
paper
goes gets it.
and yeah, and just put B for
Just take
Buffalo and the D for
two
Denver
tennis
and just
balls. Just take two tennis
yeah,
balls and
yep,
doop.
and post it. Like, yep, that's how I do it. I mean, I just don't know because Bo Nix in the playoffs versus Josh Allen in the playoffs, advantage Allen.
It's
But
so there
it's
you
not all
go.
about
And
that. It's
that's
not all about that though, always.
yeah, but it is about the NFL and it is about what the NFL wants to see.
They want Josh
I
Allen.
think they want Josh Allen in there. And I think Josh Allen knows this is, I mean, dude, this is a golden opportunity. Now, the teams he's got to go through are phenomenal. Like this Broncos team. This is in Denver. If this was in Buffalo, this would be hands down. Josh Allen, let's go. But this is
See, but this
in
is why it's
Denver
fun. This
at
is why
Mile
it's fun.
High. Yeah, I love it, but I'm gonna say the Bills, and it's just because of the NFL stuff. And for us, I want content, so I want Josh Allen to make it as far as possible, right? So I'm gonna say the Bills. I'm gonna take the Bills money line, not even with the plus 1.5. Um, but dude, this is a phenomenal. It's like this is like a mini Super Bowl. Should be a blast. I mean, every game aside from the Texans game should be an unbelievable game.
So here's what it comes down to. I figured it out. You ready? The Bills are ranked number one in rushing the football. There is no team on the universe
Yep.
that runs the ball better. All right. They're ranked one. Denver is ranked second in run defense. Game,
Yep.
set, match. There you go. There you go. Who wins? Who wins? The rushing defense
Bo
or the
Nix.
rushing offense? That's what I think it
Um,
comes down to.
this being in, man, wow. Like I said, this is literally like a, I mean, just pick a team. I'm just saying Bills because of the Josh Allen thing.
Yeah. No,
Um,
I am
I
too.
like, I
I
like,
am too.
I like the Broncos. I do. I think the Broncos are phenomenal. I think
And it's a
Sean
good
Payton
story.
found his quarterback. Oh yeah, Sean Payton
Yeah.
turned this guy around, and look, dude, he's fantastic. So I like the Broncos. I just think the Bills because of Josh Allen. If we're going playoff experience, and if we're going what the NFL script writers want to do, I'm going Bills.
So the Broncos have half my players on defense. So I like the Broncos very much, but just It's Buffalo for me, and I think they do run the ball against that defense. And I think Josh Allen makes the plays in the fourth quarter that he needs to, and whether his team carries him 10 yards for a quarterback keeper into the end zone or he makes a throw, whatever it is, I have Buffalo. Um, so we talked about the script writers. So now I don't like it because the script writers do not want a team with half its players on the roster to advance. They want the number 1 seed to advance. So my 49ers are in for a long evening, I think, because Seattle's the 1 seed, they're the sexier pick. Who wants to see a team where all their stars are either MIA, going 100 miles an hour past the stadium in full Antonio Brown mode, or they're injured in some freak injuries? Fred Warner maybe this is breaking news to some of you guys, he is officially out. He is designated as out. He
So
opened up the
Kittle
practice
and
squad.
Warner.
Yes, definitely out. And so it's like
Oh,
Ricky Pearsall is a maybe, and he has been a maybe even when he's healthy sometimes. So you look at, there's no number 1 receiver, no number 2 receiver just take your favorite football team if you're watching this and just think of who your favorite football team is. You have your quarterback gone for half the year. You have your number 1 receiver out the entire year. Your number 2 receiver gone for 10 games. Your tight end missed about 5 games and is out for the playoffs. Your offensive tackle not your offensive tackle, your all-world offensive tackle, maybe the best tackle who's ever played. And I'm not being biased here. That's fact. He may be. Trent Williams, when it goes down, he
yeah,
may be top 5 ever, right? All right, well, he was banged
yeah.
up. He had a hamstring. Okay, and then on defense, it's even worse. Your rookie stud is out, Bosa out, Warner out. The DBs have kind of been out. They're mostly healthy now, but they're mostly rookies too. And then you do all that, and you still are 20 minutes away from being the number 1 seed. If they would have played 20 minutes better, they would have beat the Seahawks and been the number 1 seed. Now you tell me, in what universe can your favorite football team do that? I can't even make sense of it. It doesn't make any sense. You're not
You're
supposed to be
gonna
able to do that.
you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I like the 49ers in this game.
No, you don't.
And
You're
here
trying to butter
I
me up.
do. No, listen, I'm an
You're
old
gonna
school
have to give
49ers
me
fan.
some
I
real.
used to watch them.
You're
They
gonna have
have
to give me
played
some real
against,
data here.
yeah. Okay, they've played against adversity the entire season. They've been counted out the entire season. I mean, they are still 12-5, 7-2 on the road. Oh, and by the way, there's a guy in the backfield named Christian McCaffrey that's healthy. That guy, the reason they really get shoved out of the playoff is because Christian McCaffrey's hurt almost all the time. When this dude's healthy, and listen, Brock Purdy, for all the whatever people want to give him, like the flack that people want to give him, the guy is winning football games. I just listen, they've done it all year. I know Kittle's out, I know Warner's out, but guess who else is dealing with a massive oblique injury is Sam Darnold. So he might
I
be
did
one
see that.
play away from leaving. If he leaves the game, it's game on, right? So I
Who
believe
is
in my.
the? I don't even know who the backup.
Oh, I have no idea. Let me see. I'll
Most of
pick that up
America
in a
probably
second.
doesn't know. Yeah.
But I mean, depth chart. I like this the Niners plus the 7 points. Drew Lock. So yeah,
Oh,
good luck Seattle if Sam Darnold gets knocked out of that game.
yeah. Drew
Yeah,
Lock's not the answer.
I'm gonna take Brock Purdy and Christian McCaffrey all freaking day. Listen, Shanahan is a schemer, especially on offense, man. Like the way they get Christian McCaffrey involved in the game is ridiculous. Like it's unbelievable. And they'll do it again versus Seattle. And if for some reason Sam Darnold gets knocked out of this game, this game's over. I mean, it is over. I like Smith and Jigba. Don't get me wrong. I like Kenneth Walker. They're amazing. Like, but even AJ Barner. But if you don't have Sam Darnold, and this seems to happen to Darnold a lot, he goes all the way up to right here, and then falls off a bridge, dude. Like
Playoffs
it
last
happens
year in
almost.
Minnesota.
Yes, yes. And you're like, what the hell just happened? That was almost
Yeah,
the best team ever with that Minnesota team, and then they just got ran over. So
right.
I'm picking the 49ers plus the 7, man. I am. Um, and the reason I'm
Yeah, but
taking the 7 is because I just think that regardless, it's the playoffs. And if you're going to give me 7 points, I'm going to take it. But I like the 49ers, man. They've got some sort of weird destiny that they've been going all year. They've had the worst injuries all season long,
yeah.
and they have overcome them. So I look for them to continue doing it, man. I like the 49ers in this game.
Well, I agree. Obviously, the adversity. I mean, I have not missed a snap this whole season, so I've seen it like play after play for linebackers. Let's talk that for a second. So, how many teams do you know are on their seventh linebacker, and he makes that play against the Eagles?
Yeah,
Hendricks.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
That's the
and
seventh linebacker, dude. Seven.
and the Philadelphia Eagles, for per you, when we talked about that game a couple of weeks ago, were the healthiest team in the NFL.
Yep, we talked
And
about how many starters they had. Yeah,
San Francisco beat them. Now, if Philly would have beat San Francisco and they're going into Seattle, would Philly be favored or would Seattle be favored?
right.
Probably Philly. I think Philly probably would be favored or be Seattle -1, right? And San Francisco just beat that team. So the defending Super Bowl champions. So
Right.
that's why I say I've got the I'm gonna give the 49ers a little credit here, man. I don't think that they're 7-2 on the road. And Seahawks are 6-2 at home. I like the 49ers in that game, especially with the 7 points.
Yeah, I like it.
And there's got to
Who
be
do
an
you
upset.
trust?
There's got to be an upset.
Yeah,
That's the NFL.
there-
there has to be an
especially
upset.
this year.
So
Well,
yeah,
and
I'm
speaking of
thinking that
upset,
one.
so who do you trust more? That's a good segue. Who do you trust more, D'Amico Ryans or Drake May? Who do you trust more?
Golly, Drake. I
Take
just
a
I
second
trust that
year
offense,
quarterback
man. Yes, yes. And your
against
reason
that
being,
defense.
and I'm glad you said it like that too, because it's not against CJ Stroud in that offense. Nico Collins has been ruled out for that game. So now they are really fucked on offense. The Texans are. I get it that Christian Kirk made plays last week, but he's not going to do that in snow or like. And now they're going to make game plans for Christian Kirk. So literally, it's Dalton Schultz and C.J. Stroud and so. To your point, it's the defense versus that offense. That's exactly what it is. Um,
I'm so
and
intrigued.
more,
I'm so excited.
I think it's more of a head coach battle this game. I really, really do, man. And we talked about it, and I said that I wouldn't be shocked if the Texans won that Steelers game. Um, but I would be floored. In fact, I will go upstairs and get my Texans jerseys out of the attic if they beat the damn Patriots, and I will be back on board with the Houston Texans. But going
Yeah,
into
too
Boston,
little, too
into
late.
New England, oh, trust me, everybody here is like, "Don't you dare!" Um,
Yeah,
this is gonna be this is going to be interesting. That defense played phenomenal against a 43-year-old quarterback and a beat up offensive line for Pittsburgh and whatever you want to say. Like, I'm not trying to down it. They played fantastic. But Drake May just looks, man, God, I mean, we're gonna say it over and over and over. He looks like Tom back there, man. He makes quick reads. He get the ball out really, really fast. And against that Texans defense, that's exactly what you have to do. 3-step drop, first read or second read, and that ball's out. Aaron doesn't do that, right? Aaron's back there dancing around. 5 seconds later, the ball gets knocked out, fumble, touchdown, whatever. I don't see that happening versus the Patriots. I like them in this game. I like them a lot.
so I got some more stats here. I'm gonna challenge you a little bit here
All
because
right.
you and I were on a few episodes ago, and I asked you to name me three or four defenses better than Houston, and you did rattle them off. And I want to challenge you here because listen to this. So total yards, less than 300. That's good for first in the league. Passing yards, they're sixth in giving up 183. Rushing yards, they're ranked fourth, giving up 93. Points, they're second, and they get off the field on third down. They're sixth in the league. Now, I ask you, name me 3 defenses better than the Houston Texans. You can't,
This
dude.
year?
I'm just saying,
Um,
those stats that I gave you and what they did
yeah,
at Pittsburgh. Now, I know they're not an offensive juggernaut, but it doesn't matter. They made them look absolutely ridiculous.
yeah,
And
for
those
sure.
stats, I'm just saying, I think, more respect for the Houston defense than you just don't like Houston as a whole, I feel like.
I don't. It's the organization. It has nothing to do with the players. And listen, if the Texans go out there and lose to the Patriots, even if they give up a good fight, they're still a one and done team. They're still, I mean, they're still, great. You won a playoff game, but then you face the real guys and you're out of there. I mean, they did the same thing last year. Last year they had one of the greatest defensive games they've ever had in the first round, and boom, gone in the second round. Right. So
Yeah.
good luck. I mean, I'm glad you made it to the playoffs, but if you get knocked out this round, it's the exact same thing. I'm not going to sit here and praise the Houston Texans. Now, on the flip side of that, this is a huge turning point for the Texans. If they can beat the Patriots and move on to the AFC Championship, all hats off. Great job. Phenomenal. You're playing with house money after that. Awesome. Awesome, awesome job. Right? So, it's a big game for Houston. I just don't think they're there yet on offense. I just don't think, and especially if you're taking Nico Collins out of that game, man, holy, they may need a play late to stay in the game. And Nico's the go-to, right? They've done it twice this year where Nico Collins either made a great catch or got pass interference in the last 20 to 30 seconds on the game, and the Texans won 2 games on that. Now, if it comes down to it late and they need a big play for like 4th and 2, and they got to go for it, Nico's not there. I think that's where where they're going to miss him. And I just, you take the number one offensive player off of the Texans. I get it, their defense is defense, 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 defense. But now all the Patriots have to scheme for is to stop that defensive line. They don't have to worry about
Yeah.
the offense at all. They can't do that. Offense is going to be in trouble. So I like the Patriots in that game. I think the Texans, what they've done has been fantastic this year. And if they end up winning this game, like, dude, that'll move this city to a whole nother level as far as football. Now they will have something to cheer on, and I'll be excited for them. They've never won 2 games in a playoffs. So we'll see what happens. But tough test. Really, they're only 5-3. They're 5-3 on the road. So, and they're going into New England. It's supposed to be 35 or maybe lower and snowing. Depends. I think it's a 40% chance. So, in fact, I think the Texans bring on the bad weather. If I'm the Texans, right? Because then defense is really going to shine.
Yeah.
Because if it's nice weather, I got a feeling they're in trouble.
Yeah. You have them 3.5 then?
I have the Pats -3. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So far I've got the Bills money line, San Francisco +7, Pats -3.
Yeah, Bills money line.
Yeah.
All right. So this is one of the weirdest matchups like in the history of this is just bizarre. First of all, here's a stat for you. This is the 15th game of Sean McVay's career, 15th playoff game. This is his 15th opponent. He's always played a different opponent. Make that make sense. There's only 32 teams in the league. You would think that over 15 years you would double up and play the Eagles twice or somebody. But that is the most bizarre stat I've ever heard. So Sean McVay going into the Bears, right? Is that weird?
Man. Yeah, this has Rams written all over it. The problem I have with this is I'm going to go to the weather again. It's supposed to be snowing and 20 degrees. Don't get me wrong, the Rams have a great run game, but they're only 5-4 on the road. the Bears seem one of those
Destiny.
just
Destiny.
it just seems like it this year. And I'm not even a Caleb fan, but
No,
dude,
I'm not either.
the kid is making things happen. Like he's winning football games. Um,
Dude,
this will be a fun game. I'm glad they have this one last. I
Sunday night, yeah.
believe out of all the games, the two games that really, really get me the most are those Bills Broncos game and this Rams Bears game.
Yep.
To me, they're like mini little Super Bowls. The hype for these games is fantastic. You've got the Rams. Matthew Stafford has 46 touchdowns this year and only 8 picks. Going into Chicago, going into Bear Stadium, like, oh, bring it on, dude. I'm stoked about this. That being said, I picked the Rams at the beginning of the year to go to the Super Bowl, so I got to take the Rams.
So here's another stat of why I would pick the Bears, and I'm not overly rooting for the Bears just because I hate the Rams. I'm just talking for football for this year. Here is another you won't be able to fathom this stat. So the NFL is 3 and like 121 in situations where they're down 2 scores with 5 minutes or less in the game. 3 and a billion is the NFL. The Bears are 3 and 3.
Yeah,
Dude,
I yeah,
what?
I
Like
don't know what
that's
it is about this. I feel like I, f- I mean, I feel like the Bears and the Texans, I picked the Patriots and I picked the Rams, but dude, it would not shock me one bit to see the Bears and the Texans have a showdown for the AFC Championship game. That being said, the Patriots Rams would be fun too. They got it right in the AFC so far. Um, I This will be a fun game. I think there's only one team that I'm like definitely. There's two teams that I definitely think are going to win. That's the Bills and the 49ers, or at least cover. The 49ers will cover. I don't know about this Rams Bears game. I'm taking the Rams because I picked them at the very beginning of the year to go to the Super Bowl.
you're sticking with
So
them. Yeah.
I gotta stick with them. So um, it's fun.
Gonna
The
be
NFL's
fun.
been amazing. Yeah, it's been amazing. By the way, are we going to talk before Monday? Because I would love to get your pick on this national championship.
So let me ask you real quick. This is a little scheduling news and notes time. Are you around after the Bears and Rams game? Are you available?
Yeah, we can talk Sunday because we can recap all this stuff and then talk about Monday.
Because that's would be the move if you can. And what's nice is that game isn't on at a god awful late.
Yeah,
It
it's six
starts
thirty.
at 6:30 Eastern, I think. So it's not
No, so
over by a.
7:30 Eastern and 6:30 Central. Yeah,
Or is that what it
that
is?
makes a
Okay.
lot of. Yeah.
So
Um, I just want to look at the spread. Oh my lord,
for
Indiana
the Rams.
-8.
Oh, you're
Indiana.
talking
No,
about
I'm talking about the
IU
Miami and Indiana. Indiana -8.5.
over a touchdown,
Holy
huh?
shit.
Indiana's going to take over that stadium. Miami's not going to know what hit them. It's already. I talked
Um,
to Miles. He said 2-1 is the distribution that he's seeing. I don't know. He said he had like a connection where they're showing tickets and who's getting them, and he said it's 2-1 IU. Now we'll
I
see.
think I posted a stat on Sports with Balls where the Indiana players their average age is like 24 years old. Which is insane. Like
It is.
older than
It
I
is
think I
crazy.
think it's older than one of the NFL teams are right there
The
with it.
Packers.
It's like
I think it's
yeah.
older than the Packers.
It's like holy shit. And the Miami team average that's like 18, 19-year-old kids, man.
Yeah.
That is yeah,
Like
that's gonna be interesting.
yeah.
I like Indiana in that game. I don't know. We'll talk about that.
Oh
But I just wanted to get a quick before we get off too, one more thing. Did
yeah.
you see this college hoops point shaving thing that went
Yeah.
on?
10,
That
10
just
guys.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, let's get into it.
39 players on 17 NCAA Division One teams resulted in dozens of games the previous 2 seasons being fixed by gambling ring that included former NBA player. All this stuff just got unsealed Thursday in the Eastern District of Pennsylvania. Simon Colty, Carlos Hart, Kamian Shell, Omar Kasuri. Um, this is golly, man. This gambling thing is ridiculous. So, I mean, what? I don't know how you fix this, right? I mean, the NIL hopefully does, but I got a feeling this is gonna be a problem for a while, especially on some of these guys that don't make money, right? Say you score 5 or 6 points or whatever. I mean,
You're
because
right.
you know, Conference USA preseason. Okay, Colts Cotley, the Conference USA preseason player of the year for Kinshaw State, averaging a team high 20.2 points a game this season. Wow. I think that he's not going to be playing anymore.
Dude,
But
college
I
in
mean, look,
general is a mess. In general, football, underwater
yeah,
basket weaving, hockey, lacrosse, whatever. It's just a mess. It's the wild, wild west. And some people are taking advantage of it and good for them. And some people are taking advantage of it and bad for them. Like, that's what it
yeah,
is.
exactly. Yeah, and I don't know how you fix this unless you bring in Congress or how else, however you do it. But it's the NIL stuff. Now they did just say that in college basketball now you can't do the transfer portal / the national championship. I think that it's college basketball and one other sport. So that's fantastic, right? Now if
Yeah,
they would
yep,
just do
yep.
that about football, it'd be all
Gosh.
right.
Yeah,
It's almost like mid-season. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Like, dude, what the hell? So,
yeah,
anyways, I just thought I'd bring that up. Some other breaking news, and of course,
yeah. Just
as
happened.
more of it, as more information comes out, I'll try to dive back into this when we talk again this weekend.
Yeah, because I just saw it last night, and so now we're talking about it Friday morning, and yeah, that's so more stuff will develop. I saw um late last night the rumor as we were talking about at the start of the show, Kubiak to the Steelers is picking up more steam.
Yeah,
So keep an eye on that as well. Um,
yeah, I'm sure we'll have more. Let's see, it's Friday.
yeah, there'll
I
be
bet there'll be two coaches hired this weekend.
by Monday
I'm
morning.
gonna
I mean,
say two.
sometimes it's crazy when you do this show 3 times a week, and it's amazing. I remember having the conversation with Ti at first, like, well, what are we going to talk about? We have still gone over 45 minutes every single Friday episode. There is
Yeah,
enough to talk about. Like, it is wild how much goes on, in these
yeah,
days between. So stay tuned. Follow Sports with Balls. Of course, Jeff, thanks for being always the fifth Beatle. We love it.
awesome.
Reminder,
Yeah,
Sports
love you
Beat Nation.
guys.
Yep, comes to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means we will see you Monday.